Same shit, different day for Blackburn Rovers as they suffer yet another defeat to another struggle at the bottom of the Championship. If the season was 2 games longer, I think we would be going down. But fortunately us, I think we're safe, but we'll talk about it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match review. This time looking back at Blackburn Rovers' latest shambles, shit show up against Sheffield Wednesday. It's a tongue twister. We'll talk about that in just a second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe, get your bang up to date. Well, things Blackburn Rovers' latest championship, like, what? We got it all here, boys. Under Warowski, that's right, of course. Yes, 1-0 loss to Sheffield Wednesday. Big result for the Owls, of course, gives themselves a bit of hope at the foot of the table. And, of course, fortunately for Rovers, I think we're just out of the woods, just out of the clutches of that relegation spot. But it could still end up being an absolute shitter of a season. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Of course, a big shout out to the Patreons. I do appreciate the patrons, I really do. We kind of got dropped down a little bit, down to 22, so I'm trying to get ourselves back up to 25. So I do appreciate all those guys that are supporting the channel behind the scenes. If you are interested, check out the link down below, patreon.com/roverseas. Check that sucker out. But here we go, lads. Of course, 1-0 on the night, giving Sheffield Wednesday the win. The 1-0 goal come from Josh Windass, not Jordan Rhodes today, but Josh Windass with a scrappy dappy do effort. Took a bit of a ricochet, a deflection into the back of the net, which gave them the win, really, because Rovers didn't really have any opportunities, even though the stats paint a kind of a bit of a false picture here. Of course, we had 9 shots to go into them, but ultimately I remember a couple of efforts. One was a nailed on point blank range that John Buckley should be converting. If he's a professional footballer, if he calls himself a professional footballer, he should be putting them in the back of the net, but he's not. He's a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker in disguise. He's a fraud for Rovers at the moment, trying to fake it till he makes it. He's still young though. We've got to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it just goes to show that we've not got the confidence anymore. The confidence is not there. We need to be rebooted, revitalized, and of course we need to, and that needs to be echoed from the touchlines, from the dugout. When you look to the touchdown and you see Mowbray on his arse or on his hands under his arse or arms folded, he's speaking his mind. He doesn't want to be there. He wants to be up the road. He wants to be up the northeast, back at Middlesbrough with his family, which is fair enough. If you want to be at your home with your family, don't just try and fake it to us all that you want to be here with us. If you want to be at home with your family, I've got no disrespect for that. If that's where you want to be, that's where you should be. You shouldn't be splitting your time. You should be committed. You should be 100%. Yes, I think that we've been down this road up and down this season about too many times than we should be. It's time to pack your bags, Mowbray. Of course, it's 2 wins in 16, 2 wins in 18. I don't even know what it is. It's not good enough, is it? It's very, very bad. I don't know how you spin this. You can spin it out. The fans aren't here. You spin it that Sheffield Wednesday deserved it more. We'll find out what you spinned it in just a minute. But I think if let's go big picture. Let's go big picture on this one. If for whatever reason the end of the season comes and the Venkies wag it, they do nothing about this situation. They are blind. They are blind. As you can't go to end of a season winning 2 games out of 16 matches and think, you know what, that's not bad. We'll go again. We'll sell our top goal scorer. We'll sell him for the 22 goal scoring hero, and we'll be all right. We'll let Mowbray work his magic with £4 million. He'll have £4 million to try and turn the team into something else. I don't see it. You're going to have to take a gamble. You're going to have to say, you know what, Mowbray, thanks so very much. We'll use your salary and try and find somebody, a coach maybe in League 2, maybe in League 1 that's pushing or flattering to deceive. Somebody that's like Derek Adams at Morecambe perhaps, or the guy at Crewe maybe, or someone else. Somebody who when given the resources, will given a little bit of backing, can flex a bit of muscle. It will be a gamble, because of course Mowbray does come with a bit of connections. He has brought in some big term personalities. When you look at Elliott, Harwood Bellis, Douglas as well, and Tribal, they are 4 players that we probably would have struggled to get under a manager of a Derek Adams or Askill or whatever his name is from Crewe. So he does have that way about him that can seem to bring in some talent. But there's been a breakdown. There's been a breakdown. Of course, they're not responding. It doesn't seem like the players are playing for the badge anymore. It doesn't seem like they're playing for the Mowbray. So we need to address that, and that's not going to just go away, Venkies. It will still be there. Especially You know, and okay, maybe you can look at it a different way. A lot of those players will go, and maybe a few players will come in, and then maybe the atmosphere can change. Maybe there is a couple of players stuck in the muds. Maybe your Rothwells, maybe your Nyambis that are causing a bit of friction, and then the other pack of the Travises and the like are also maybe bucking to the train and being a little bit awkward as well, causing a bit of friction, which we don't need. So I don't know. Something needs to happen though. But ultimately, the performances are what we're getting. We're getting this. We were lucky against Derby, which of course I'm grateful for those 3 points, but today we were not at the races. Sheffield Wednesday 100% deserved this performance, or from the performance they gave us. If we would have got a point or anything from this game, we'd have been daylight bloody robbery. They had 14 shots on the day, just 6 on target, which of course shows why they're probably failing to score as many goals as we have in the past. Possession of course was in our favour. All that flatters a false doom right there, false dawn. We're having the possession, but it's all back with the keeper, back with the centre backs. They passed it between themselves for 25 minutes of the match. So don't even read that. That is poor stats right there. All the possession is back there. It's not up there. It's not in the middle. It's not creativity. It's not the buzzing electric stuff that we saw for 2 games this season. It is diabolical possession. Anyway, let's take a look at the starting 11s. Of course, kicking it off with the hosts. Here they come. Of course, Westwood between Sixborn, Lees and Hutchinson at the back. They had Reach at the left-hand side, Palmer on the right, Bannon and Palsey. I think Bannon was pretty good today. Windass, of course, alongside Harris, supporting Jordan Rhodes, who drew a blank, fortunately for everybody else. Of course, he's lost his pace. He's still got the shooting ability, but of course, it was not meant to be. As for Rovers, we had Kaminsky between Sticks, Douglas, Lenihan, Harbour-Bettis and Bennett. Tribal, Evans and Rothwell in midfield. Gallagher, Armstrong and Elliott up top. But guess what? We flattered to see. Let's take a look at the match ratings. I gave Kaminsky a 7. He did do a couple of worldy saves, and I guess maybe the centre-backs had bodies on the line sort of job. It could have been 3-0, guys. It could have been easily 3-0 for Sheffield Wednesday. Douglas, just go away. Just go home. Just go home. What is with our set piecing as well? We have a couple of chances in games. We have a couple of chances, whether they're corners, whether they are long range free kicks, or whether they're decent opportunity free kicks. But we always do that. We're just miserable at them. It's our Achilles heel. I actually cringe whenever we get a corner now. I get a cringe when we get a free kick because we do the not the easiest thing. We just do the wrong thing every time. Whether it's trying something stupid or play short corners or just go for the okay. If it pulls off, then they'll be talking about it maybe. But I think the season's kind of gone down the shitter already for you trying to steal the headlines for a day by doing an extreme weird ass free kick routine. Forget about it. Just stick with the bread and butter stuff. Try and get the ball in the box. You've got Gallagher up there who's like 10 feet tall. You've got Rothwell's quite handy, I believe, up there. You've got Lenihan and Harbour-Bellis, also quite tall folks. Yeah, you're restricted with Elliott and Armstrong, but still, give it a go. Just give it a go. You know, get the ball in there, a bit of chaos. You know, I don't care if the goals are not pretty. I just care about getting the ball in the back of the net. And right here, right now, our set piece style is a joke. Is the worst in the division, probably worse than the EFL. I've not seen a worse set piece taking team than Rovers at the moment. Harbour-Bellis with a 6, I thought he was okay. Bennett with a 5, whatever. Tribal with a 5 as well. Evans, I thought he was okay. He was more attacking than he was defensive, but still, Rothwell with a 5 as well. He saw a bit of the ball, but it was too little to no effect. Gallagher with a 4, forget about it. Armstrong was with a 4. Elliott with a 6. It wasn't too bad, but again, when your best players are loanees, something's wrong. Something is bloody wrong. We need to change. Of course, let's take a look at some other stats and things. Error duels won by Sheffield Wednesday, 24-15. Goodness gracious me! They had more tackles, more corners as well. They just wanted it more. They wanted it. We were on the beach. On the beaches. We could end up finishing. I'll show you where we could end up finishing. We could end up finishing 20th, 21st in this. We could finish just above the relegation zone. How bad a season is that when we flattered to deceive at the start of the season? How embarrassing would it be if we were just hanging on by the skin of our teeth? The odds would be what relegation candidates, of course, for next season if things don't improve. Losing your top goal scorer as well, which is likely to happen, ain't going to boost our chances, of course. Anyway, let's take a look at, of course, other stats and figures here. 700 touches for Rovers, 525 passes as well, 538 touches for Sheffield Wednesday, 377 as well. They had more touches. We had more touches than them, but guess what? They had more shots than us. As a joke, and we are supposed to be all firing and all singing and dancing. No, forget about it. I was never excited for this game. There There was no moment I thought, you know what, I'm really this is going to be a good game. I build it up. I actually build this one up because the games of the past have provided goals in this game, and today we never looked anywhere close. Buckley should be ashamed of his miss, though. That was a real guilt opportunity, and if that was Dak, because basically Buckley was doing a Dak sort of role there, Dak would have converted that, no questions asked, even with a busted Achilles or whatever he's got. So yeah, shambles today by Rovers. Nothing. This is the shot map here. Nothing really to get excited about. The heat maps as well. It's a joke when you see us that we have all this possession, and it's poor. It's very, very poor. Of course, just a little bit what I have to say. What about the gaffer? What did he spin out of this? Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday probably wanted it more than us. I don't care what you have to say, Bobby. I'm getting sick and tired of this. I'm looking forward to the end of the season and hoping to see a change at Ewood Park. Whether it's the staff, the players, whatever it is, we need a reboot. But anyway, Mowbray, give it to me. Give it to me what you got.
Yeah, I think for everybody involved at the club, it's the same story, really. I think. That said, I felt we were a bit jaded for staff, particularly today. I think there was one or two really good performances at the weekend from individuals that I felt just keep them going because the confidence will be high, and yet they looked a bit jaded. And yeah, listen, no excuses. We always seem to be chasing the game, chasing a goal. We're actually not dominant, but pretty comfortable in the game, really. And then we go goal down, and gives teams something to hang on to, and they can throw their bodies in the way, and they can block shots, and it doesn't matter about the how much of the ball we have after that. We don't seem to be able to break these mass defences down, and so yeah, a bit jaded early on. I'm not sure the reason why. I stood there and tried to drive that intensity that we could made us early season be so good. Maybe it's. Maybe I don't want to say fatigue. Maybe it is. We've had practically 2 seasons back to back, 3-week break in between, and they find it tough to get to the levels to actually win football matches at the moment. But and I don't want to be critical of them. They're a great set of lads. They're really frustrated and disappointed in there. And yeah, let's see. Ultimately, we're all left frustrated. We've been there before. Another 1-0 defeat. Yeah, we just keep working on it. Start again on Thursday. Yeah, but and in this league, every game that's tight they are defining, and I don't want to sit here and say what a chance, and we could have had a 1-1 and we'd have gone away and thinking, oh, disappointed we didn't win, and yet we keep losing because we don't take them opportunities. It's for a centre half to tower over somebody and head one in the back of the net. From a set play that other teams can score at times. Just a shot that ricochets off somebody's heel and sends the goalie the wrong way. Never mind the really pretty good chances we created. That one got sclaffed and the other was almost like a back pass right in the middle of the goal, 6-8 yards out. But yeah, they have to go in. That's all. But they didn't. We have to take the results on the chin and be all frustrated and disappointed. And yeah, that's it really. Yeah, listen, I can stand here and say, yeah, we said before the main part of the talk before the game was that we don't come off this pitch anybody being able to accuse us that they worked harder than we did, and because they was more desperate than us. And yet I felt first half we were tired. I wasn't happy at half time. That fact that we lack in that intensity, and they have to find it. I think young footballers think sometimes they're working really hard. I've always said, even from being a young player myself, you have to go past where you think 100% is really. You have to think you're working at your maximum, and then you have to find some more in every game. But maybe young players have to learn that throughout their careers. The words sometimes fall on deaf ears, but yeah, frustrating night for us. Again, we should be coming here and winning. We can talk all we want about how the season's gone and how our opportunities to score and win games, but I don't know, that's a ridiculous number of 1-0 defeats really. Yeah, really frustrating night. Yeah, listen, sometimes the moments are the individual moments. Everybody has to keep working and improve their quality, improve their output. That's what needs to happen. Every football club and every coach who works at a football club has to try and improve the individuals, and if you improve the individuals you improve the team, and that's the thesis of it. We have to keep working with our forward players to hit corners, hit targets, make goalkeepers work, get in the box, and have more end product really. It's not just the strikers, it's the ball that coming in the box. Second half we had some great positions and overhit crosses, missed people in the box, didn't quite get the way to pass right. They don't go down as chances, and yet they're unbelievable areas behind their back line, running in, just slide it across and we score, but overhit it, miss everybody, rolls out for a throw in, it doesn't even go down as a chance, and yet what an opportunity. But there you go. It's we have to just keep trying to grow, and as I said, well, the first two are injured. I think Jared's got quite a bad one. I think he rolled his ankle pretty badly in training. I don't think Jared will be seeing Jared again this season. I think he's got a bad problem, ligament damage in his ankle. That's me without getting a full report at the moment, but ligament damage it looks like in his ankle in training. Ryan has a really sore, badly bruised toe that was struggled to put his boot on, never mind train and run and turn and twist. And Lewis was the odd one out tonight. I feel as if I want to encourage the likes of Buckley. I want to get the young players involved if we can. The likes of Davenport missed out the other day, and so he was included. And if the game was going the way they'd have got game time, these young players moving forward for this football club that are hopefully they've got big futures.
Meanwhile, on social media, let's take a little look then, shall we? Of course, we've got Lewis Hartley says, we have conceded first in 26 games this season. This is an awful stat. Spineless performance to heart, no desire. Tactically all wrong. Substitutions were clueless. I'm still convinced Buckley came from Make-A-Wish. Typical Mowbray snooze fest again. Mowbray out. Chris Moss says, no heart, no soul, no idea. Yet again, please bugger off, Tony, he says. Adam Lodge, 90 defeats, 2 wins in, 18 games. Madness that Mowbray hasn't been sacked. He should be sacked twice. That's how bad it is. Adam Salsuki says, wow, so poor, a complete lack of quality from us in the final third. Same old crap defending. We looked the team second from bottom. It's been time for a change for a long time now, and I can't take any more of this rubbish. We need to buck up our ideas next season or we'll be bang in trouble. Jordan Kingsley says, on the beach now, pathetic effort. We are the Rovers, aka, who's this? Mr. Mac. He says, absolute shambles from top to bottom. Mowbray has lost the team months ago, but the players deserve so much criticism for the performances. Let's be frank, if the team fans were Ewood, it would have turned nasty by now. Too many players who don't care. Stealing a wage, indeed. Damien Pickup said this. The most gutless, spirited and characterless squad and management I've seen in 30 odd years of watching Rovers. Lack of fight and desire, painful to watch. Getting beat by teams who just want it more. These massive upheaval over summer. Season tickets will be hard to sell. Indeed, Robson Green, not that one, but this one. Forget Tony Mowbray for a second. These players we have are shocking. Don't deserve to play for us. If lads like Buckley are our future, we're in big trouble. Any other season, these guys would easily get us relegated. We have maybe 4 or 5 max championship standard players. Need a clear out. Matthew Creech said this. The last few days have proved that football fans can do anything except get Mowbray out, it seems. Of course, that's what they say on Twitter. It's not what I say, but of course that's what they say. But what else has been going on in the championship? Of course, let's take a look at it. It is only we got these the wrong way round. Let's do a quick flip flop of this. A flippity floppity, flippity floppity, flippity flippity. We got these the wrong way round. How about this? Can I go back in time? There we go. Of course, this is one. Of course, midway through the midweek fixtures, Norwich failed to win the championship. Of course, Watford big winners there. Brentford could only muster a draw against Cardiff. Preston big winners against Derby. 3-0 put the Rams in a bit of trouble. Of course, Sheffield Wednesday give them hope. QPR, of course, ending the season absolutely in tip-top form. Swansea look a little bit lost as well at the moment. Meanwhile, Rotherham against Middlesbrough tomorrow. Millwall against Bournemouth. Stoke against Coventry. Wycombe against Bristol City. Luton Town against Reading. Huddersfield against Barnsley. We need, I don't know, maybe a Barnsley win on that one. Birmingham against Nottingham Forest. I don't care about that one really. But anyway, let's take a look at the table as it stands. Of course, Norwich are gone. They're in the Premier League. Of course, Watford are waiting to be crowned as well. Swansea, I think Swansea, realistically, was it 9 points? There is 9 points between the two sides. It's goal difference. Realistically, I think Watford are there. There's no real catching them really. Swansea City, Brentford are in the playoffs, I would say. So are Bournemouth as of right now. Barnsley still got to hang on in there. They've got a big win tomorrow needed to get themselves right back in the thick of things. Of course, look at QPR. They're flying up there in 8th. Well, they got 70 points. Yeah, they can't do it. Can they do it? They can mathematically do it. Mathematically, QPR could still do it. maybe. But I don't think so. Anyway, let's go down the table. Of course, Wycombe going down at the moment. Of course, Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham on 39 points. Rotherham, if they win tomorrow, they'll be down just to 1 point behind Derby County. Of course, Rovers are in 16th right now, and a defeat and everything else going against us. In fact, everything else going against us tomorrow could see us. I don't know who's playing who and the algorithm here, but Rovers could maybe drop all the way down to 20th. Let's end the season now, of course. And speaking on the weekend, of course, Bournemouth will take on, of course, Brentford. This weekend, a bit of a playoff encounter, that one. QPR against Norwich, of course. Forest against Stoke City. Rovers taking on Huddersfield, relegation 6-pointer, you would see. Derby County up against Birmingham as well. Barnsley against Rotherham there. Coventry against Preston, Middlesbrough against Sheffield Wednesday. Watford against Millwall, Cardiff against Wycombe and Reading. Up against Swansea, Bristol City take on Luton as well. Of course, that's just what's been happening this coming weekend. I'm sure give the video some love and smash the thumbs up, smash your subscribe. It's a shambles. Surely Mowbray's got to go. Just leave. Let us have these next 3 games in peace. We've got 3 games left, 2 at home, 1 on the road. Please, Mowbray, before it's too late, before you turn everything into a mess. Thank you so much for getting us back into the championship, and thank you so much for bringing Bradley Dack, Adam Armstrong to the club, and thank you very much for bringing in a good goalkeeper in Kaminsky. But I think your time is up. Until then, though, I'm going to let you get out of it. Be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and I Patreon if you want to support channel in another way. Until then, though, I'll see you all soon for the next one. That's Huddersfield. That's right around the corner. Until then, though, I'm out.